So, South Korea, about two, I think about 2 years ago, 3 years ago, actually had 400,000 cameras that they were actually donating to Jamaica. And the government of Jamaica was not picking up the phone calls from South Korea when those cameras were ready to help with pretty much surveillance in the country. And I would imagine that if the government valued the lives of citizens and the concerns and the complaints from citizens about police brutality and extrajudicial killings, and we pretty much want to be on the right because the Prime Minister of Jamaica, the Honorable Sir Andrew Holness, just made a statement this very week, just 3 days ago, that by default, the police's responsibility is to save life. Yeah? By default, is to save life, to preserve life. And that the police pretty much should have known that, even with the handling of persons who were fatally wounded by them, should be removed from the vehicles with dignity and stuff, and should allow medical team and pretty much I go over things to make it look right, that my officers should have known this. Now, if you really cared about the Jamaican people, when South Korea was offering you over 400,000 cameras, to put up across Jamaica, you did not take those 400,000 cameras. And if you cared about the people of Jamaica, the cries of mothers and fathers and children who had their loved ones gunned down, all we wanted was accountability. You could have asked South Korea to give you 14,000 body-worn cameras. 14,000. They were offering you 400,000 cameras that were more expensive than body-worn cameras. And you refused to take it. You didn't take it. And there were some labor rights that said, yes, the Prime Minister, don't take it. You know what South Korea had to do? South Korea had to reach out to the news media to say that the Jamaican government is not picking up their calls. The Jamaican government is not picking up their calls for a gift that was agreed on. And people said, don't take it, woman, them a push it on you, don't take it, I'm a PM. But the same South Korea is now in Jamaica, with a $1 billion contract to actually map out the land of Jamaica and pretty much deal with land titling and find out, which land occupied from which part of squatter and cut up the land and everything. A survey the land and whatever that $1 billion land project is worth. South Korea is in charge of that. Now, the JCF is expected 80% of them by 2029 to have cameras over the next 3 years. Andrew, you are in charge of defense. You are in charge of defense. I want all the police officers them know say Andrew Holness setting up wicked. Andrew Holness like pilot washing hand 3 days ago and say, we don't pay you guys enough. We don't pay on the taxpayers' money to actually take lives. But on the contrary, to preserve life. Well, let me tell you something. You see this? I'm not calling nobody no drunk. I'm not calling something no. And nobody never get to me. Because they can't get to me. It does not make any sense to even yell and scream and shout again. Look at the headline. All the mothers in Jamaica who have your sons left, all the fathers who have your sons left, all the sisters who have your brothers left, yeah? All the girlfriends who have your boyfriends left, all the wives who have your young husbands left. It's very likely that the police killings will continue without any urgency to rectify what is being said from the police and also from citizens in terms of the incidents of gunmen shooting at police and police had to, return fire and them wind up dead. That narrative is going to ring out to Jamaica hundreds and thousands more time by 2029. That narrative. Big up on yourself. Who can protect yourself, protect yourself. What I can advise the citizens of Jamaica: gunmen, do not challenge the police. Give up the guns. I do not support criminals. Citizens, please to protect yourselves. Instead of buying rum and boom or one jeans pants or clothes to go a party, invest in some cameras. If you drive, put a lot of cameras on your car, preferably hidden cameras, and make sure that those cameras are working, not just a fake camera, real camera with connect and a walk. Get cameras on your homes. If a tarpaulin in your Honda, get cameras on your tarpaulin. And I'm talking to the ghetto youths because they're not going to shoot people from Norbrook, Beverly Hills, Jackshill, Richmond Estate, and the other rich areas, Graham Heights, Cherry Gardens. You're not going to be touched. So this message is not for you. This message is for the ghetto youths. Them. Hear dog? This is for labor right. This is for PMP ghetto youth them. Yeah, labor right and PMP ghetto youth them. This is for Jamaican youths. Them not care about you, yeah? Them not care about you. Bless upon yourself, yeah? Bless upon yourself.